Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Orion protocol. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen any of my previous Orion protocol updates, you can check out the link in the top right hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. Taking a look at the daily chart, as you can see, we have pulled back even below our 2020 lows here that we printed all the way back in November of that year. And we're sitting below $1. We even went as low as 73 cents for the Orion token. And this is quite significant because, no one was expecting to see these prices back when it was pumping, back when the price was pumping over here in January and February and March and April of 2021. No one ever thought that we'd be sitting below $1. Everyone expected to go to $50 to $100, but that's not really how things work. So if you're bullish on the project and you know that the team is working hard, and in this instance, the team behind Orion is indeed working hard, and they're developing during the bear market and trying to expand their ecosystem. So this is one of the projects that will probably go above its previous all-time high. And I'm not saying this just because I'm trying to shill, but if you follow them on Twitter and you follow their websites, you follow their roadmaps, you can really see that the project has been developing pretty strongly since the last bull market. Now, the price is sitting below $1, and this is a very good buying opportunity in my opinion, because if you were buying somewhere up here above $5, even, let's say, this is a great dollar cost averaging opportunity. We're sitting very close to our all-time low here at 71.5 cents. So if you still haven't entered Orion protocol, this is your chance to do so, and this is your chance to get a nice bag and hopefully ride the wave into the next bull market. Now you can see that on the daily chart right now we are above the 20 EMA, we are above the 55 EMA, and it does look like we're going to be getting that bullish cross, which is going to be a signal for us that is possibly going to mean that we're going to be heading to the upside and starting a nice uptrend from here. As you can see, we have been printing higher lows since this low that we printed in March. We've been going higher and higher and higher, and now we're going to get the bullish cross on the daily, which during a bear market is not that important right now. I would much rather have a bullish cross on the weekly chart. And first of all, I would like to see that on Bitcoin's chart, and then the altcoins can have their bullish crosses, and we can, assume that they're not going to be coming back down to these lows here. Until that happens, all bets are off, and anything is possible. So this low here that we could retest at 83.5 cents. That's something that you can target if we have a flash crash. But in all honesty, I just would not be waiting for these prices because it's already very cheap. So you do not want to be that greedy waiting for these prices when you're already very cheap. The price can start reversing and you're going to be left down here with your fiat, with your stinky fiat, waiting to buy into the project. So hopefully that's not something that's going to happen to you guys. I would say this is a good buying and dollar cost averaging opportunity, and this is not a financial advice as always. Now, taking a look at the daily RSI, as you can see, we do have two trend lines that we're bouncing in between. So we have a resistance trend line that we retested back in February of 2021 and back in March this year. And then we have a second trend line, which is when we opened trading back in October 2020, and we had another bounce in May of 2022. And every time you have a touch of either trend line, you come back down and you retest the other trend line. So with this touch in March, by the looks of things, we should be retesting this trend line over here, and I would have been expecting to see that in March when we had the initial pullback. That did not happen, and with the way things are looking right now, we could be expecting an altcoin season in the next few months because Bitcoin's dominance is already running into some resistance, and we might be seeing the dominance drop while Bitcoin's price either stays stable and consolidates or maybe even drops a little while all the other altcoins start appreciating in price. And we also have another trend line here. I can just add that for entries. If you're looking to enter, this green trend line is going to be another is going to be something that you could target here. So we had one bounce in May last year, second bounce in January this year, and another bounce in March. So every time you come back down to this green trend line, you tend to see a bounce to the upside ever since May of 2022. So you have to keep that in mind. Now, I do also want to switch over to the weekly chart. And before we get into the video, I quickly want to mention Apex One AI. So this is a very interesting project that is based on AI technology and allows you to farm using crypto pairs. So they already have a platform out. They have their website, which we're on right now. The team is fully transparent, and some of the features are farming using artificial intelligence, using cryptocurrency pairs. You have liquidity pools, you have DeFi involved. You can take a look at their white paper. And if you want to take a look at their team, all of that is available on the website. And they also have a native token out already called Apex. And here is how the platform looks. The website is very well designed as well as the platform. It is easy to navigate. As you can see, if you go to Apex AI, you have farming, you have yield farming, and you have some of the new features that they're developing using the AI technology. So if you go to wallets, it's very easy to deposit and exchange cryptocurrencies using their application. So feel free to take a look at the link down below in the description. You can sign up using that. And if you have any more questions regarding the project, you can refer to the video that I made earlier, which is a full review of this platform. Now let's continue with the video. Jumping into the weekly chart, as you can see, we have this major resistance trend line that we've been retesting ever since September of 2021. So we've had multiple bounces off that trend line. The last one was back in March of this year. And once we break above that trend line, which by the looks of things we could possibly do in the next few weeks here, we can break above. And keep in mind, once you break above such a major diagonal resistance trend line, you typically see a strong move to the upside. Now, obviously, that would need to be confirmed by the volume indicator, because if we don't get any volume and we stay at these same levels, it is probably going to be a little fake out where we can just drop down below that and continue on just basically consolidating and not doing anything really. Sometimes that happens as well. So hopefully we do see quite an impulsive move to the upside, and we manage to retrace all the way up here to 0.236 on the fib, which is sitting at $1.69. And the fib that I have set up here is from the swing low in January to the swing high back in March of 2021. And we have our minimal target at the 1.272 here at $69. So that is what I'm going to be targeting in this upcoming bull market, $69, or actually $70 roughly. So from where we are right now, that is a 70x. I think that's a pretty good area to take profits. If you're buying in right now, you're still below this resistance trend line. So there is no point in waiting for lower prices, in my opinion, because how much lower do you really want to go? Now, taking a look at the pullback that we've had here since March of 2021, we went down a whopping 97%, 97.5% to be exact. So this is an absolutely amazing buying opportunity. I think the project is going to have a lot of people coming in, especially considering the fact that centralized exchanges are losing users by the day, at least some of the lower ones or the smaller ones, because after the FTX crash, after all these centralized entities really showed their true colors, decentralized exchanges are really starting to pop off. And Orion protocol is definitely going to be one of those, in my opinion, that are going to shine in the next bull market. So that's pretty much everything that I have. Also, let's quickly take a look at the weekly RSI. We're simply sitting here in the middle at the RSI of 44. And there's not a lot to unpack here because you're not really overbought, not really oversold. You are kind of running into this resistance level for the second time. The first one was back in September 2021. We can also add an ascending support trend line here, which is something that you can keep an eye on. So once you get closer to the apex of this pattern, or in between these two trend lines, you might see a pretty strong breakout here. So that would potentially be, let's say, January, February, March 2024. That's when you can absolutely pop off and head into the next bull market. and get overextended on the weekly chart. So right now, very good buying opportunity based on the weekly RSI, based on the volume, based on the price action, and based on the correction that we've had since March of 2021. Thank you very much for watching this video. If I missed out anything important, please let me know down below in the comment section, and I'm going to see you in the next update. Take care, everyone.